Welcome to another episode, and today we have a 1994 Lincoln Town Car that has been modified a little. 4.6 liter V8, stock automatic transmission. Obviously, straight piped it, obviously. Run some 28-inch all-terrains on it with a really cool tubular front bumper. Welded diff, and a few other things I forgot. Oh, stock suspension as well. But it also has no front sway bar. Yeah. Normally there would be a sway bar somewhere in here, and there isn't. Anyways, let's get to the driving. Alright, firing it up. No problem. Let me give it a few revs so you can hear it. Yeah. Anyways, we're here at the automation test track map. Currently I'm on the rallycross course, and yes, I threw that big jump in just for fun, That's not part of the actual track, by the way. I did that as a quick little thing in the editor. Listen to it scream. Now, since it has no front sway bar, it has, admittedly, a lot of body roll in the front. It's surprisingly controllable. I don't know why everyone says that these things are very uncontrollable, hard to control, etc., etc. Because, at least for me anyways, it's pretty easy to control 9 times out of 10. Now, of course, there will be, the times where it's not easy to control, but, Look at the drift! This thing is really good at drifting, I gotta say. At least on dirt. I have a lot of experience with vehicles on dirt. I have a lot of experience. Now I will say this, the steering is a little slow. There you go. Get some air time with it. Not too hard to control most of the time. Send it! Look at that. Pretty impressive. Okay, there's no denying that that's pretty funny. This jump is meant for more like trophy trucks and stuff, so I'm not gonna do that in this thing. I mean, this thing does fare pretty well, but the rear bumper does have a tendency to, you know, get completely ripped off during that. This thing also has, like, the turning radius of, well, a bus. So there is that. Also, other news, I might just be buying yet another car to add to my fleet in real life. A 1997 Lincoln Town Car, 4.6 liter V8, automatic. It's bone stock. It doesn't really have any issues with it, other than, well, it's old. Duh. It has some dents and stuff like that on it, that's obvious. And also the door hinge is, well, the door sags a lot, and the door sags a lot, and it rarely ever closes all the way. It just leaves a bit of a gap. Which means the lights on the interior and the doors stay on and drains the battery out. That's as simple as, you know, putting a new pin and new bushings in it. Simple fix. Although it is a pain. Another thing, I was looking online and I just so happened to find that BFG had a mud-terrain tire in a size, in a 235/75 R15 size that would work very well for the 15 by 6.5 inch wheels that are on that car. Yes, they are literally only 6.5 inches wide. Yeah, that narrow. So I might just be shoving those on it. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna say how much the car is, at least not yet, not until I buy it. Yeah. Anyways, back to this. Alright, let's see. Hold on, let me assess what we have here. Very tall rocks. Ouch, that's gonna be one that's gonna hurt. More big rocks. A lot of big rocks. Some smaller ones and some bigger ones. Ow. Can I maybe go, like, can I try to, like, go around or something, maybe? I don't know, let me see. Okay, whoa, not that far. like to lock it back in first gear for like when I'm rock crawling and stuff. Because this thing has a tendency to shift up at like a really low RPM, way away from peak power. And we're stuck again. Oh no. Really? I can't see. Great. Okay, well, I gotta use that. Wasn't looking forward to having to use that. No. We don't have the power to get up. Gonna have to go some other way. It has a tendency to bog. Bad. Like, really bad. Nicely done. Managed to not slam right into a big old rock. Now I will say this. This car does not handle for crap on pavement. It does not. It just... no. No front sway bar combined with very chunky tires and very old shocks and springs. They're probably the original ones, might I add. It's just not a good combo. Oh, and the fact that this thing is an absolute barge and weighs a ton. I think it weighs actually 2 tons. I think. But dang, it can drift. I'll give it that. It can drift. Okay, let's not spin out. Look at the body roll. Oh my. The body roll is very, very, very ridiculous. And no, it can't do a burnout. At least not a brake stand burnout. Let me see if I can try and drift this thing around the roundabout. I hardly ever use this map. Doesn't turn. look at that, I can read the sign. Let me see how everything's laid out. Oh. Driving into the roundabout. How do I get out of here? I guess let's... I guess let's go to the gradient testing. For fun, I guess. Let's see what this thing can do on the gradient. On a steep, steep grade. Oh, is this like a highway? Oh, this is the handling course. Oops. That didn't go as planned. That was supposed to look cool. It didn't. Oops. I'm not doing the handling course because this thing does not handle. It doesn't. For this car, handling is kind of like a maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of like a maybe tomorrow. Well, I might be up to it next week, I don't know. That's kind of what handling's like for this car. Look at that drift. You know what? Let's just go straight for the most ridiculous grade and see what it does. %33 grade. Let's see. No problem. Powering right on up. And spinning the tires at the top. Okay, 15% grade's gonna be just easy peasy. Okay, that was close, but we managed to not ram into a guardrail somehow. Look at the drift! Save it? Yep. You know what, kind of just like a joke, just for fun, just as a joke. I'm gonna do the handling course as a joke. Hopefully my like throttle and steering inputs don't fail like right in the middle of the corner. It handles okay for what it is. I mean, I'm not saying it handles good, I'm just saying it handles okay for what it is. I mean, after all, it's a 4,500-pound almost barge. Considering the massive bumper, yeah, it is probably 4,500 pounds. Ooh. Here's something better. Skid pad, drift course. Pure plowing. Look at it go! Alright, I'm gonna do one run down here and then I'm gonna end the video. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. I might make this as an actual mod, maybe, probably not. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Look at it go!